Okay, so I will be presenting about the introduction. So for the introduction to our project, um, the purpose is purposeful planning, which we are going to create a learning plan that addresses specific language difficulties, goals, and preferred instruction styles. And next, we are we make sure that it is learner centered, which is it has a grounding the syllabus in student needs to ensure relevance, effectiveness, and engagement. And next, it has to have a measurable outcome, which focus on speaking fluency, writing accuracy, and confidence in academic and real life communication. Okay, next slide. Okay, for the learning, for the objectives. Wait, where is it? Okay, for the objectives of our project is to ensure communicative competence, which is able to convey meaning in familiar context across spoken and written strategies, which students are independent use of context clues, digital resources, and clarification techniques. Next is higher order thinking, which is applying inquiry-based and project-based learning for evaluation and creation. Fourth is literature in action, which students are able to cultivate creativity and personal response across various literacy genres. And last is lifelong readiness, which students are which helps equip students for the challenges of 21st century global communication. Okay, that is all for the learning objectives.
Okay, moving on to section 3.0, we look into the foundation of our entire curriculum design, the target group analysis or the target learner profile. So, as curriculum designers, we recognize that a curriculum cannot be developed effectively in a vacuum. Understanding exactly who our learners are, their baseline abilities, and their environmental context directly determines our learning objectives, teaching methodologies, and assessment framework. So for this project, our selected target group consists of secondary school students aged between 13 and 14 years old, so equivalent to Form 1 students here in Malaysia. So this specific group is navigating a vital developmental and academic transition phase as they step out of primary school into secondary education. They are suddenly exposed to much more demanding academic content and are expected to use um, English in a wider variety of social and academic situation, both inside and outside the classroom. Okay, so yes. Furthermore, we must account for the unique Malaysian educational context because English is taught as a second language. So, out of classroom language exposure varies dramatically among our students. Some have rich access to English through technology, media, or their homes, while others only ever speak or hear English during our classroom hour. So, therefore, our curriculum rejects a one size fit all approach. Instead, as emphasized in our report, the curriculum should not only focus on helping students perform well in examination, but also aim to develop their ability to communicate effectively um, in and meaningfully in daily life. So by intentionally anchoring our design on this exact learner characteristics, we ensure our syllabus remains entirely learner-centered, flexible, inclusive, and also communicative. So now let's look at how this profile directly inform our next phase, which is the needs analysis methodology. But I'll pass this to the next presenter. Wait.
Okay, so next I will present about the needs analysis. So needs analysis, we do this to understand the English learning needs and difficulties. So in this needs analysis, we create a questionnaire through Google Form and we forward to 30 students to make them answer 10 simple questions that related to the English learning needs or the difficulties that they face. So the summary findings that we find throughout the Google form is that, next slide, is that 16 per 30 students find the tense is confusing for them. And also 15 students also finds the subject verb, the part of speech, 11 of them, and punctuations also 4 of the 30 students also find them confusing. So in this needs analysis, we also ask them about what they want to improve their English learning. So they learn more if the lesson that they have in class is more like games or in group discussions where everybody can share their own opinions and they are more comfortable with their friends. And it is for the needs analysis that we get throughout the questioning. Thank you.
Okay. Hello, everyone. So my part is a syllabus design overview. In this section, I will explain about the overall structure of our syllabus design. The course is titled Complicated English for Form 1 and Form 2 learners and mainly focus on helping students improve from writing simple sentence to short organized paragraph. The course duration is 8 weeks with 1 to 2 lessons per week. The main aim is to increase students' confidence and accuracy in sentence construction, grammar use, and paragraph writing. The syllabus was designed based on the needs analysis finding, especially student weakness in grammar and communication skill. Next. This is the weekly course outlines. It shows that the weekly progression of the course in week one, student focus on self-introduction activities and baseline speaking assessment to identify their confidence and fluency level. In week two, students work with short reading texts related to school life to improve vocabulary and comprehensions. Week three, focus on grammar accuracy, especially subject verb agreements and compound sentence structure. In week four, students learn how to write a clear short paragraph by organizing a topic sentence and concluding sentence properly. The lesson gradually moved from basic communication towards more structured writing skills. Next. and this is the key in that
So,
throughout to improve sessions, listening skill, and classroom engagement with the learning, such as short passage and story help students develop fluency, vocabulary, and contextual understanding. Worksheets also provide us guide practice activities to support grammar exercise, sentence constructions, and paragraph organizations. These materials were selected to create a more interactive and learners center learning environments. Next. Okay, this is my last part is which is evolution, which is a CIPP model. In these sections, the evolution models used in the syllabus design, which is the CIPP model. CIPP stands for context, inputs, process, and products. Context evaluations identifies students' real learning needs through the questionnaires and need analysis. Input evaluations focus on selecting suitable teaching materials and instructional methods. Process evaluations monitor classroom participation, teaching effectiveness, and student engagement during lessons. Finally, the product evaluation measure whether the learning objective and outcome are successfully achieved. This model helps ensure that continuous improvements in both teaching quality and students' learning outcome. That's all from me.
It's okay, Alia. You just can continue what you want to present.
Ra, nanti kau edit bahkan kau edit kan kau cut kan.
Patakwidi.
Yes, just continue.
Okay. Takozut mai. Okay. Okay, so next is instructional materials. For this project, we chose several instructional materials to help students understand the lesson more effectively and enjoy the learning process. The materials we were arranged from easier activities to more challenging ones so students could slowly build their confidence. The materials used are videos, reading text, worksheets, and writing tasks. So the first instructional materials is videos. Videos are audio-visual materials that combine pictures, sounds, and spoken language to explain a topic in a more interesting and engaging way. We chose videos because many students enjoy learning through visual materials. Compared to only listening to explanation, videos are easier to follow and can help students understand the lessons better. And videos also make the classroom atmosphere more fun and active. Besides that, videos help students improve their listening skills and pronunciation because they are exposed to natural English communication. Students can also understand the topic more clearly and feel more confident to join discussion later. And this material is mainly used in a in week 1 as an introduction to the lesson topic. Next is reading text. The second is instruction material. And these include passage, dialogues, or short stories related to the topic being discussed in class. We chose reading text because students need more exposure to English vocabulary, pronunciation, and sentence structures. Reading activity also gives students opportunities to practice reading aloud and improve their understanding at the same time. Through reading text, students can improve their reading fluency, pronunciation, and comprehension skill. They also learn how to identify important information and understand meaning from context. This material is mainly used in week 2 during reading and discussion activities. And worksheets, next instructional material. Worksheet contain short exercises, vocabulary activities, and simple comprehension tasks related to the lesson. We chose worksheets because they help students express their ideas step by step in a simpler and less stressful way. Some students may not feel confident giving long answers immediately, so worksheets provide guidance to help them organize their thoughts first. And worksheet also help students practice what they have learned in a more structured and manageable way. Since the activities are shorter and easier, students can participate more actively and build confidence before moving to more challenging tasks. And worksheets are mainly used in week 2 and 3 as practice and reinforcement activities. And the last instructional material is writing tasks. These activities require students to express their ideas in longer written forms such as paragraphs, reflection, and summaries or short essays. We chose writing tasks because students need opportunities to develop confidence in expressing their ideas more independently and creatively. After completing simpler activities like videos, reading text, and worksheets, students are more prepared to write longer responses. And writing tasks help students improve grammar, vocabulary, sentences, instruction, and critical thinking skills. They also encourage students to organize their ideas clearly and connect the lesson to their own experience or opinions. This material is mainly used in week 4 as reinforcement and assessment activities. That's all for instructional materials.
So, I forgot. Where is the Okay. So finally, we arrive at the section 8.0, which is the justification. So this section, sorry, provides the critical rationale behind our choices, proving that every single component of this syllabus was designed with strict intentionality. Okay, so we didn't build this curriculum on assumptions. Instead, it is systemic, systematically grounded in the empirical data from our needs analysis and aligned with established pedagogical models. So, I not insert the data here, but you can see at the report. So first and foremost, this design is justified by its absolute responsiveness to learners needs. Okay, so our data collection revealed that while these intermediate learners have basic literacy, they consistently hit barriers when it comes to grammar precision, sentence cohesion, and speaking confidence. So, to bridge this gap, our syllabus intentionally moves away from dry, isolated grammar drills. Instead, It embeds language mechanics directly into supportive structured tasks that target their exact linguistic weaknesses. Secondly, we have heavily justified our methodology based on the student preferred learning styles. Traditional teacher-centered lecture failed to build communicative confidence because our analysis indicated that students thrive on interaction. We have constructed an environment rich in collaborative tasks such as peer guided writing, role plays, and group discussion. So, this doesn't just make the classroom engaging, it also forces active language production and forces essential 21st century skills like critical thinking and collaborative teamwork. Next, if you can look at the report, our instructional materials. So every worksheet, reading text, and digital video was not chosen at random, as Saya said, but curated for a distinct functional purpose. Videos are deployed specifically to scaffold pronunciation and listening comprehension, while reading texts are explicitly TMH to expand vocabulary without overwhelming the intermediate learner. This tight alignment guarantees that every minute of classroom interaction directly drives a measurable learning outcome. And lastly, our curriculum design is validated by a rigorous evaluation framework. So we utilize a balanced combination of formative assessment like short quizzes and immediate peer feedback. So this is for to track ongoing progress alongside final summative milestones. So to ensure the long-term quality of this curriculum, we rely on the CIPP model, like what Fahmi said. So we analyze the context, input, process, and also product. So the context is by verifying our goals match. Is it our goals match with the student's situation, and then the input by assessing if our material are truly up to par, and process by closely monitoring day-to-day classroom interaction, and also the product by evaluating the actual proficiency improvement at the end of the course. And then in summary, this curriculum is completely justified because it transforms raw students' data into a coherent, practical, and also highly interactive roadmap. It fulfills our academic requirements while remaining realistic, engaging, and also deeply beneficial for intermediate secondary school learners in Malaysia. So I think, where is it? I think, mm, yeah, that's all from us. Thank you.